Cstv News 24 on Cstv. You can follow us on all social media handles at CSTVGH for more news updates. Now in the headlines, the president is to deliver first State of the Nation address. Also coming your way, Ghana Tourism Authority advocates for local wine industry. On the international front also, at least 9 dead in U.S. floods and heavy rain. There's many more stories will be coming your way as well as weather reports. My name is Dr. Spencer. Stay tuned. Now the news in details. President John Dramani Mahama is set to present his first State of the Nation address on February 27, 2025 as programmed by Parliament. The presentation aligns with constitutional provisions requiring the president to update the nation on the country's state. According to the majority leader, Mahama Ayariga, the president has committed to delivering the address. Moving on to other stories, the Minority Caucus in Parliament has criticized the National Intelligence Bureau for summoning the Minority Chief Whip, Frank Anodompe, over alleged insightful remarks. At a press conference held in Parliament, the Deputy Minority Leader, Patricia Appiaje, condemned the NIB's approach, calling it unfair application of justice. The Deputy Minority Leader cited the NIB's failure to summon NDC Deputy General Secretary Mustafa after he allegedly threatened the life of Minority Leader Alexander Afenyo Marquez. Member of Parliament for Ikuapim North in the Eastern Region, Honorable Samir Wuku, has launched a project known as the Ophir Market Initiative to help boost agriculture and also promote socio-economic development in his constituency. The initiative is to empower farmers by ensuring that their hard work translates into financial gains. It will also provide consumers with fresh and affordable produce. Moving on to some health story, the Minister of Health, Honorable Kwabena Menta Akando, and the Acting Director General of the Ghana Health Service, Professor Samuel Kaba, pays a visit to the Central Region to educate the citizens on cholera outbreak. The minister and his entourage began the awareness campaign on the streets of Winneba, urging residents to be cautious of the dangers of cholera, stating the need for proper sanitation measures to curb the spread. During his interaction, he encouraged the patients who were on admission to take advantage of the government vaccination exercise to help combat the disease. An Accra Circuit Court has sentenced a 26-year-old plumber and hairstylist, Philip Spain-Na, to 12 years imprisonment for sexual extortion. He was charged with 7 counts of sexual extortion, non-consensual sharing of intimate images, publication or sale of obscene material, and unlawful possession of narcotic drugs. He pleaded not guilty to the charges, but was found guilty after a full trial. More stories will come your way after the commercial break. Stay tuned. You welcome back from the break. Now let's do some business stories. Energy Minister John Chinapo has revealed a significant fraud involving the Electricity Company of Ghana amounting to $5,000. He explained that ECG failed to clear essential equipment from the pot in a timely manner, leading to financial losses. According to him, he checked with the port and the security report received shows that a container worth about $5,000 was imported. ECG could not clear it, and someone was able to buy it at an auction for 100 Ghana cedis. According to him, initial findings from the committee suggest that previous management at ECG did not adhere to proper procurement processes. Still in business news, the Greater Accra Regional Director of the Ghana Tourism Authority, Alexander Nketia, has called on wine importers to consider investing in the growing of grapes Ghana to encourage wine production in Ghana. Mr. Nketia pointed out that grapes can be grown in Ghana, particularly in cooler mountainous areas like Ebri and Abetifi. A fully developed wine value chain from grape cultivation to wine production, bottling, marketing and distribution would create employment opportunities for many young people. On international front, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio arrived in Saudi Arabia ahead of expected high-stakes talks between American and Russian officials aimed at ending Moscow's nearly 3-year war in Ukraine. The U.S. Secretary is expected to meet with senior Saudi leaders and possibly the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Saudi Arabia, alongside other Arab nations, has rejected any plan that involves resettling Palestinians and which of spearheading Arab efforts to develop a counter-proposal which could involve a Gulf-led reconstruction fund and a deal to sideline Hamas. 9 people have died over the weekend as torrential downpours drenched parts of the southeastern U.S. damaging roads and houses. The 9th death was recorded after a man lying in his bed was struck by an uprooted tree that crashed into his home. President Trump has approved the declaration authorizing the Federal Emergency Management Agency, which has suggested abolishing to coordinate disaster relief efforts. You're still live on Cstv News 24 on Cstv. For more news updates, you can follow us on all social media handles. We also streaming live on our YouTube channel, Cstv GH. We're going for a break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Now in entertainment story, Ghanaian artist Mr. Drew has opened up about how working at KY's highly spiritual music record label prepared him for challenging tasks ahead of his career. According to the artist, because he got involved in various activities embarked by the label, he did not encounter problems when he left the record label. He mentioned that he was not worried about using his own money to foot some of the bills because he felt he had a vision, so he needed to make things work for himself, even though he had a record label. However, he stated that going independent as an artist has been a learning experience for him. And now weather report is up next. It's you. Now, in weather updates for today, sunny weather is expected across the country this afternoon. However, from late afternoon into the evening hours, there is a likelihood of thunderstorms or rain affecting some areas along the coast and middle sector. Dry and slightly hazy conditions is forecast for the northern sector of the country. Note, visibility across the country is expected to range from 5 kilometers to 10 kilometers. So on this note, this is where we end today's news bulletin on Cstv. But before we go, a recap of the top stories. President John Dramani Mahama is set to deliver first State of the Nation address. Ghana Tourism Authority advocates for local wine industry. On the international front also, at least 9 dead in U.S. floods and heavy rain. And this is where we draw our curtains for today's news bulletin. For more news updates, you can follow us on our social media handles at CSTVGH. You can also follow us on our YouTube channel, CSTVGH, and also subscribe for more news updates. CSTV News 284 was proudly brought to you by Yab Decoration, treats by Manuel and Sarah's Dreams Jewelries. My name is Dr. Mensa. Good afternoon once again.